Okay, guys, welcome back to this 5-part series here on your business overall look from the airborne, right? We're looking at it as a wagon wheel, and the last spoke in the wagon wheel is the admin part of the company. Now, look, I'm with you. Probably everybody watching will agree this is the least sexy part of the business. This is, it's not fun. It really doesn't blow your skirt up a lot of times. The important one in here, we've got circled in red. We'll get to that one in a second. But a lot of this other stuff, especially this one, is about making money. That's great. We love that. This one's about equipment. A lot of us are kind of Tim the Toolman Taylor, so we like that anyway. Marketing, I know I got to do it, so we'll do it. We'll never get down here, this admin block, and we'll really kind of delete that off of our wagon wheel there, and we're missing a spoke. And look, it's going to come a day when this spoke should have been in place and you're going to be in trouble. So a lot of these are about making money. This one is typically about keeping money and keeping yourself above board, operating above board. I'll give you an example. You do everything under the table, right? It's like a lot of cash. You don't bill correctly. It's like a lot of cash, and you don't pay your taxes. Or, which is very stupid, you try to get around it and pay less taxes. Well, guess what? You're a self-employed person. You want to get a mortgage any time ever, the next few years, or buy a car, you're going to have to show proof of income, and they're going to want 2 years of proof of income. So you better be set up for about 2 years to not have to buy anything major. It's going to be aggravating. And if you underreported your taxes, I just want cash. Look, I hate taxes too. Piss on them. But the fact is, if you don't pay anything, you don't have any, what's your taxable income? I want to pay some taxes. I want to pay in. Now, I ain't going to enjoy it, but there's a backside benefit to being able to show a taxable income that's correct. Because if you're earning X amount of money up here in the operations, you done all the marketing, you got the customer, you did the work, you don't show it, you don't really make any money as far as anybody's concerned. So this stuff is important. Start from left to right. Insurance. Does it matter every day? No, doesn't matter. When does it matter? The day that you have a wreck in your company truck matters a whole lot. Whole lot. The day that you have an insurance claim, what could be an insurance claim, and you don't have insurance, now you're paying this stuff out of pocket. The day that you go and book a commercial job, or you go quote a commercial job, right, and you don't get the job because you don't have an insurance policy that covers commercial. So this is kind of important. You want to make sure you've got commercial insurance and commercial truck insurance for your truck on the road. If you have an accident, and that beautiful wrap truck with that pretty skid on the back, and they see, that's a company truck. Guess whose neck hurts now? Make sure you've got your insurance stuff squared away. It's not a lot of money. We carry a $2 million liability for our truck out on the road. Washing, it's like nothing a month, nothing a year. It's a couple grand. So compliance, make sure you are compliant. I don't like it either. I know, I get it. I got a little baby Ron Swanson in my heart, and I just want to tell them to piss off, but you can't. In the area of compliance for us, make sure you're not hauling more than 100 gallons of SH. Going over that threshold puts you into DOT compliance territories with your placarding and all that hazardous chemicals. I know a lot of guys, they're broke as hell, and they got videos on how to mix your own chems. Do you have any SDS for those chems? No, you don't. You're mixing stuff in a driveway like Dexter's Laboratory and Walter White. You know what you're doing. So imagine if you kill somebody's dog on some homemade chems you made. Now look, I don't care. We sell chems. You don't have to buy my chems. I'm just telling you, there's a compliance cost to all of these things. Example for us here, we got a forklift. That's a powered industrial truck per OSHA standard. If you're hiring guys, I can't just let them go ride around on the forklift. I got to train them, and I've got to have a policy and the manual. It's just a lot of little, it ain't fun, but you got to do it, okay? If you're hiring guys coming out there in the field working with you, you need to make sure that you've got employment compliance as well. If you live at a right-to-work state or a state where you may need some paperwork if you have to fire this cat, 6 months from now. We offer a safety and compliance manual that you guys can buy. It's available on the website. Go check it out. It'll help you with that piece of the pie anyway. Other compliance things, business license, that stuff's easy. Go down to get your business license. I'll tell you a funny story. With us, we sell online, and we now have what's called a nexus point in a whole bunch of states, like half the country. So we have to pay sales tax in those locales because we've sold over $100,000 in that area. And it's a compliance thing. Like, it's took hours of our lives to be compliant. But here's the fun part about when you are compliant. You're doing everything above board. Here's a good example for you real quick. Don't pay guys 1099 when they should be W-2. Don't do that. You can go to jail for stuff like that. You don't want those fines. But when you are doing everything above board, it's to the best of your ability. If you ever get audited, it's not that big of a deal. You got records, you're doing it. They're going to find something, but it's not like you're not going to bed every night thinking about the boogeyman coming. So make sure you're covering your insurance, your compliance, your taxes. Make sure you're paying your taxes, guys. Do quarterly estimates. You will screw around and be in a mess if you don't have the tax burden covered. Now, I don't like taxes, but you got to pay them. Payroll, make sure you do that stuff correctly. We recommend to run QuickBooks. That's what we run. If you're a small to medium-sized company, QuickBooks is easy. In your admin section, these are just the hats you have to wear. And look, a lot of that stuff you can farm out. If you're not going to do this stuff, the payroll, you can get a third-party company, probably local to you, to do payroll and stuff like that for you. So there's a lot of little accounting firms out there that can help you with that. That's easy. I'd let them do that. Billing as well. You guys shouldn't have a ton of, and this is the circled one, so this is the important one in this category. This wagon wheel spoke. The most important thing is billing, getting your money in. I like to get paid cash on the barrelhead when we do a job. We won't pay that day, okay? So you shouldn't have a ton of AR or accounts receivable. You're basically running a cash accounting system, so not an accrual system, with a wash truck. So you're basically just taking in. But make sure you keep up with anybody that owes you money. Commercial clients are going to want to push you 90 days. I don't let them do that. I don't do 90 days. So we'll negotiate that out. Usually you land at a 60-day interval. If you're doing a balance of residential and commercial, that's sort of nice because you've always got residential immediate money coming in, and then you've got commercial bigger projects that are kind of coming in on their own schedules. And then AP, accounts payable, you really don't have a lot of that either because you're not buying a lot of stuff, which is beautiful for you guys. Your inventory, your stuff is just, you just order it as you need it. So chems, that's the big one. All that stuff's a write-off anyway. So keep up with all of that in your admin. Make sure that your truck, whether you're counting depreciation or mileage or whichever, but make sure you do the admin stuff, guys. This is the hat that you gotta not forget this. This will sneak up on you one day and bite you if you're not covering these bases. This stuff doesn't really take a lot of time. Like your insurance, you set it up, you're good for the whole year. You just gotta pay your bill. This compliance stuff, it's no time investment in that. Just make sure you do it. Your taxes, go ahead and cuss about it. I'll join you. And then get your bookkeeping firm to handle it. Make sure that you're squared away or you're at least socking money back for that tax liability at the end of the year. And then billing, make sure you get that money, man. We're not going to chase money, okay? I'm not going to do it. Customers pay us, they're due on date of payment. And if you have a customer contract, you put that down there in the admin section as well. That will have that in there. You should be giving that to every customer, and we do that through our CRM, Quote IQ. It's a PDF. So they're agreeing to our payment terms when they agree to do the job. And if you ever have pushback from a customer, you can threaten them with a mechanic's lien on their property, and that usually gets them to pay pretty quickly. Guys, this is the 5-part series on your business overview. I hope this helps. Break it down into categories. They're a little more digestible. Make sure you're covering all these bases. Look, in the early days, you're going to be the guy that wears about 5 hats, okay? That's what it's going to be. So the goal here is to make enough money that we can start taking some of these hats off and handing them out to other people and getting them off of us. And eventually, you're just back down to doing what you want to do every day. And that's where life gets back to being fun. I'm the kind of guy I can do anything as long as I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is about a 2 to 3 year journey. And if you do it correctly, you can get off the wash truck. If that's what you want to do, you can scale it and sell the company, or you can be an owner-operator. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you, again, back to the very beginning, what's your why? That's kind of going everything feeds back into the why I started this thing in the first place. I didn't start this company to be really tired and annoyed my whole life. Do you have an ELF company, easy, lucrative, and profitable? Or do you have a half company, hard, aggravating, I can't remember the acronym, something and frustrating, but I want an ELF company. I just want something that's easy. Now, I may have to do the hard work to get to that point. I'm okay with that. I'm just not going to be doing this forever. That's just personally how I'm wired. Hope you guys have a great day. Get this stuff squared away. Get you some equipment going into the next year. We can help you with that one. We'll see you guys later.